Hello students, and welcome back to Hexxit Education. In today's episode, we're going to have a little bit of field trip as we did with the previous episode, but the difference this time is that we're not going to be doing a lot of fighting, maybe a little bit, but not a lot, not as much as the last episode. Today we're going to look at three structures, two of which are from Project Zulu, and one of which is from Tinker's Construct. Yes, Tinker's Construct does have structures beyond the Tinker's house in villages. So without further ado, let's go check them out. Okay, so as you can see, we are not far from our campus at all. This is near the southern end, and to be honest, this structure we're going to see here is the one that kind of gave me the idea to make Hexxit Education into a tutorial series on Hexxit, because I found I was building my first base, my first little mine, right over that way, right there. I was looking around here, chopping down some of these trees, and I happened to come across. Nope, that came out later. That's a freezerite strike. Came across this. Okay, this is a graveyard added by Project Zulu, and these come in several different variations. The main difference is that some of them will be just like this. They'll have the cobblestone walls on the side, mossy cobble. It will always have tombstones all around them. Some of them, however, will have mausoleums in the middle. They're a little harder to find, and unfortunately, I was not able to find one for this lesson. But in general, they are pretty much the same shape. I am, however, giving myself iron armor because there is a chance for haunted armor to spawn when you disturb this area. So in general, there's not really much to look at. If you want to, feel free to dig up the tombstones and make them into your own little mini graveyard near your base. But in general, there's not really much to look at here. I'm intentionally looting the graves and I'm not seeing anything, so mostly they're here for aesthetics. But again, if you haven't been find one with a mausoleum in it, definitely go towards that because there will be a chest in the middle. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to show you another kind of harder to locate structure from Project Zulu. That is the Oasis. And here we are. We're right now we're a little bit east-southeast of our spawn, and we got a vulture up there, and this is a Project Zulu Oasis, and this is fairly typical. You may find them a little bit larger, but the salient point is that you will have water block, and you will have soil or dirt. More than likely it is found in the desert. It may be like this, just like a sort of a thin sheet over the desert area. But in general, there's sort of a welcome relief to locate. One of the things is you may very well find palm trees next to, which you can break the leaves to get a chance to get coconut seeds. And if you look around the area, you will more than likely find Project Zulu animals like the vulture. And I thought I saw. No, I thought I saw a vulture, armadillo around here somewhere, but well, they're everywhere. So not a lot to see in this thing. It's just a welcome sight if you happen to see them in the middle of a desert. Okay, I'm going to show you one more structure today. This one's a little more interesting. It's from Tinker's Construct, and it is the Slime Island. Okay, so we are a little ways south of the spawn, not too far. In general, when you come across slime islands, they will look like this. That is, they will be discs up high, depending on your render distance, and they will look sort of darkish with the green tints here. On the minimap, they will always look like a green circle here. One very important distinction, and it's very hard to see from the ground, but look carefully at your map. If you see on here this little dimple to the side of it, that is a slime tree. You want that. If at all possible, go for a slime island that has one or more of these trees on it. The slime island in and of itself is I won't say it's useless, but the blue slime is primarily used for Tinker's Construct materials, such as swords or pickaxes. And it's actually not a terrible alternative to some materials if you can't locate them. But in general, it's not nearly as useful as the trees are, because the trees are used to produce green slime. One thing I will recommend though is when you go for one of these things, carry at least 3 stacks of dirt or gravel. Usually dirt, I find, or even cobblestone if you feel up to it. If you have a lot of spare of that. The only reason I recommend you not use sand is because even though it is easier to collapse, that is to take it down once you brought it back up, it is more difficult to sort of get your way over here. And it's not that uncommon to find mobs spawn on slime islands, normal vanilla mobs even, or even some Hexxit mobs. So if you happen to get up this high and you see a creeper staring at you, as I have several times, you'll want to have dirt so you can sort of sidle around to the side of the slime island that is not currently infested. And infested this thing is. The slime island is in some ways similar to a mushroom biome. It has these slime dirt here, which if you break will turn into blocks of slimy grass. And as far as I can tell, there's not a lot of a use for slimy grass, except that it allows blue slimes to spawn on it. So this whole area is a spawning grounds for blue slime. We'll probably see one in just a minute or so. And blue slimes is one of the main sources of this stuff here. This is congealed blue slime. And if you take this, put it in your crafting grid, you get 4 gelatinous slime. Gelatinous slime is very useful stuff. It can be used on a number of recipes. Essentially as a replacement in many cases for green slime. Not every case, as we learned on our episode on the hunter's handgun, unfortunately. I really wish they would fix that, but you know, it's Hexxit, so may not get fixed. Oh, there we go. Hello there, little guy. Oh, we have a little blue slime. So, oh, he just killed himself. So, not terribly difficult in their small forms, but they will spawn in this area, the little ones and up to the big ones. One more thing I want to point out is that you see right here. If you go up against, as far as I can tell, I think it functions kind of like wool or dirt if you go up against it. So if you were to take a boat to it, wouldn't necessarily break. But if you jump on top, you kind of bounce, and eventually you'll sink about halfway into it. You can still jump around, but you see, oh, there you go. See, I was not able to jump from the blue slime directly onto the dirt. That's because this kind of counts as a half block and I can only jump one high. But I can jump from a blue slime onto another blue slime, so that's how you can get out. But in general, if you come across one of these slime islands, what you should probably do is harvest all of this congealed blue slime. And these I won't say these things are common, but they're fairly uncommon. I mean, look. There's one here, there's 2 here, there's 1 here, here. Here, there's 4 here, 2 here. They're pretty much all over the place. So in general, when you find one of these, if you need it, actually not, even if you don't need it at the moment, take all the blue slime from the surroundings. It only spawns on the surroundings of this pool, not the inside. And like I said before, definitely, if you get a chance, get this tree. So what you do is, if you ever played Skyblock and you had to deal with harvesting tree saplings in a dangerous environment, same principle. So you basically want to get some dirt. You can use a slimy dirt if you want, and block it off a bit, and knock off. There we go. Already got one. Already got 2. Excellent. So knock off all the dirt, but keep a close ear out for more slime spawning, because they can push you over the edge, so be careful about that. Once you've gotten all the leaves down, you've gotten as many saplings as you can, only then do you break the center trunk, which will give you the congealed green slime, which is 4 slime balls. Very, very excellent source of slime. And most importantly, if you learned in our episode on trees, you can plant the slimy saplings in normal dirt. I think it probably works on slimy dirt also, but you can plant it in normal dirt above ground. I haven't yet been able to do it above ground, below ground for I'm not sure what reason. It might be something to do with clearance or light level or something, but plant it above ground, and you should be able to get yourself a nice little slime tree farm. Okay, so this has been a short episode of Hexxit Education. Well, I showed you a couple of the smaller things you may find in your journeys through Hexxit. The Oasis, which is sort of a nice respite in a desert. The Graveyard, which can be very valuable if you happen to find one with a mausoleum. But again, as I said, beware of the haunted armors which can spawn in there. So I recommend normal iron armor. You should be fine. And I showed you the Slime Island, which is very useful if you want to make pistons or any other slime related device, and which can also allow you to make your own forest of slime trees. So this has been Kanakidi is under attack. Brr, 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 brr. Okay. Oh, I'ma get you. Well, I promised you some fighting, didn't I? Yeah, these obeyed normal slime rules. You could probably even get them with a shovel. I've seen them in other mod packs where they're more difficult than that, but still. Okay, so as I said before, be very careful when you're up on a slime island because those things will knock you over the edge, as I just demonstrated. So this has been Kankidia for Hexxit Education. Stay sharp and class dismissed.